dick.
This might be the type of
have
shit.
the
This
best.
type of vibe we have
It's
here.
gonna be the best.
Yeah, look at you now.
You gonna be telling that hunger girl he fucked the shit out of
My
me.
white girl talk to my country girl talk real quick. Gotta get to talking some
I'm
crazy
like-
shit
And
now.
then I went back door. Nigga, I didn't give her nothing. I fucked her for like 3 minutes. Like 3 minutes. If you want to put on what like the penetration, that was 3 minutes.
Is it like the first time I've ever meeted her? Because if it's the first time I ever meted her, I gotta give her that one. You know what I'm saying? I can't.
I don't know.
So wait,
I
everyone
that.
night, everyone night.
Oh, hold on. We about to go. Hold on. We about to go
You
on.
get
Fuck that.
Huh?
Hold up. He said 5, 4. Are you counting down?
5 minutes?
I don't know. What
Are
that
we
means.
on in 5?
4.
4 minutes.
4 seconds.
3. Okay.
Those are long ass seconds.
What up, world? It's your boy Ace Boogie.
And it's your dude, Bartholomew Jenkins III. Put your phone up.
Whoops.
Put your phone on vibrate, bro.
Slipping. Call me slipping. Call me slipping.
We gonna do it again. What up, world? This your dude, Ace Boogie.
And I'm Lambo Warren.
Hey, what up, man? What up, y'all? Hey, who we got in the building today?
We got special guests in the building.
Who
Man,
we got?
please introduce yourself.
Hello, y'all. My name is Christina. Which camera am I looking at?
Oh no,
Yeah,
you looking?
yeah,
You
just
pay
look at
attention to
us.
us. The
Yeah,
camera.
they all gonna catch you.
Okay.
We top
well,
notch.
all
This
right.
vibe pod. Right. Yeah, this vibe pod. We up there.
Bod Pod
Yes,
Media.
Doing stuff.
Yes. I'm coming in as a life coach talking about some mental health awareness. It is Mental Health Awareness Month. So, yes, I'll be here, spin some game to y'all. most
Okay.
definitely.
Okay. So mental health. Now, how'd you get into this? What made you even want to get? Is it because you were a black woman? Like, what made you want to get into that field in the first place?
Well, my degrees, I went to college and got a degree in psychology as well as criminal justice. So, and initially I was going in for sociology, but the psychology really started to grow on me a little bit more.
What is sociology? What's the difference? What are you talking about here?
Sociology is more so like you're studying the social awareness, socioeconomical, all
Duh.
those factors come in. Yeah, all those factors come into play with
didn't
it.
know either.
But psychology is more of the mind. That's more of the mind, the behaviors, things of that sort. So, and I gained more of an interest in that, just considering a few things in my upbringing, a few things that I've encountered and seen myself throughout, life. So.
I mean, yeah,
That
you
was a
was
big deal
you
for
were
me.
saying you had brothers that was in gangs and shit.
Oh yeah. That's one of the biggest things, factors of like, growing up around certain things that, occur in your life. So like with my brothers, one was doing this thing, one was doing this thing. And it was like, all right, there's no way around it at this point. So my whole thing as I got older was trying to understand, how did this happen this way? How did that route end up becoming about? And then once seeing them, in the criminal justice system, I started to notice a lot of things, like with even friends that I knew, like a lot of them struggled with some problems with mental health, or their families did. And it's like, had that been addressed, or maybe they had some services, maybe they would have took a different route. So that's one thing that really dawned on me. That was my primary thing of why I got into that, because I ended up going to law school for a year, and I kind of wanted to tie that into with that as well. So my main thing though that I like to focus on is mental health.
Now, do you have like? Do you do like counseling, or how do you do you?
So life coaching, yes, absolutely. So counseling, that's more like you have to have certain credentials. Life coaching, don't get me wrong, you have to have your certification, things like that, but it's a lot easier. That's like, being a paralegal versus being a lawyer. You're still doing the same thing. You're in the office helping the lawyer, but life coaching, you can kind of just do your own thing, charge your own rates. You're not by the books. And like I've even had a couple of celebrities that I've done life coaching for, and it was a lot easier for them because I'm like, y'all can afford psychologists and stuff like that. Y'all can afford, but the whole thing is, it's not on the record. Life coach, you could talk about whatever you want. You talking about killing yourself, somebody else, like, it's a different approach that we take to that versus you go to a therapist or a psychologist, and that's on the record now. That's, that can be accessed at some point for whatever reason. You have HIPAA, but it's just totally different when it's not on the record.
So what does a life coach do? Like, do they? Like, are they teaching you how to go through life? Like specifically, What is a life coach?
Okay.
When I hear life coach, I'm thinking that you're gonna help me build my credit.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Like,
You about to show me how to get a house?
Some
All
take
type
that
of shit.
route. Some take that route. Some take the route of they're helping as far as with your jobs or something like that. Like I'm trying to give you the right pathway or I'm trying to help you get the right material to get to where you're getting. Some of them do it like that. Some of them do it more so in a sense of I'm guiding you through your life experiences. And that's me. I'm more so of, sometimes I have clients that come talk to me about stuff with their children, or I've had children, like I was also a behavior therapist for 7 years. So I've had experiences with children, like that's a whole nother thing in itself though. Behavior therapy is a different thing. But with life coaching, I've had parents, that have children that have problems sometimes and they need someone to talk to or guidance in those areas. And I kind of step in and just provide them with the right materials. If I can't do something, I direct them accordingly to where they can get those type of services. So it's really just, you're kind of doing your own thing in a sense, and you get in where you fit in. If you know you can't do this, you can't give this person these type of services, you guide them accordingly, and that's more so, with the life coaching versus being actual therapists or psychologists.
So when it comes to Black people in America, when it comes to, like I said, Black people in America,
learn how to read.
Epigenetics, carrying on the Black trauma, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
in our blood and so forth.
Right.
How much do you think that affects us here as Black folks in America?
Well, that's where it all begins. I mean, in all honesty, it begins there because you have Black people, we have the whole epitome of, or the stigma of, we're strong. I have so many friends that are non-Black and they're like, man, you were so strong. You're one of the strongest people I know. And like, is that a blessing or a curse? What is that?
I didn't have an epidural either.
I didn't.
You didn't?
I did not.
God damn, you is strong.
17-hour labor, no epidural, first child. And I wasn't even sexually active in my pregnancy like that. I was more so praying and tuning in and focusing, getting that mental strength. Everything is mental health, y'all. Everything. I'm telling you, all the subjects we're going to talk about today, I'm going to be able to divert it right back to mental health because it's all about the mind.
I like that. I never thought that you have to be mentally prepared to have a baby.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So what's that process like?
Okay,
I think that's crazy. You got a person. When my girl was pregnant, I'm like, bro, you have
Another
a
person
human growing
Your incubator.
to fathom that. Like, hold on.
That's the closest
That's like
thing
swallowing
to
a
death.
seed and then you get like, you don't be like, oh,
Literally.
literally. If you swallow watermelon seeds, watermelon gonna grow inside. And you used to literally be scared to
Literally.
eat them. I was like, oh shit, I'm probably gonna have to get like
Literally.
my stomach pumped. But think of that. That's what I think
funny.
of.
Don't ever swallow because you have a baby.
Seriously.
We used to think that when we was younger. Like, you
You better not swallow this.
God.
better not swallow.
Oh my goodness.
And get pregnant. But seriously, just to think about a
Seriously,
kid
yeah.
growing inside of you and then you gotta push them out.
You gotta
of
get them out of there.
Oh my God.
And that was
crazy.
my whole concept.
Yeah, how did you
crazy.
prepare?
I gotta get this baby out one way or another. So tighten up.
Right.
You need to get your mind right because the days 9 months is a long time to prepare.
It is.
Even for the man, like there's a whole process, and I'm gonna talk about this because people don't realize there's a whole process of mental health that the man even has to prepare for.
Oh, tell us about that, 'cause
Not
I
just the
didn't
simple
even-
fact of, oh, I'm about to be a new father. No, it's beyond that. Your life is finna change. You have a mini you out here in this world, and ain't no taking them back once he or she is here. So it's like you have to prepare yourself to not do certain things and to do certain things now before a baby is even there. But the part of the pregnancy, we need the man, period. There's so many women that have struggled.
Oh, they
with,
need men. Hold on now. They need men.
I'm a realist, and I'm
Okay.
going to say it a couple of times today. I let a man be a man as well as I allow a woman to be a woman. There's a time to submit. There's a time to come together as one. It's 100, ain't no 50-50. We here, we together, we figuring it out. If not, we 0-0, straight up. When you're bringing in a baby in this world, I don't care what y'all got going on. It's 100, period. No matter what, like even with my circumstance, no matter what me and my child's father had going on, when it was time for that baby to come, oh, we shutting down shop and we getting this baby up out of me. Straight up. Like, my water broke mid-argument. I didn't even care. I kept on getting my point across and walked on into the hospital and said, you know what? Come on. And after I pushed the baby out and did everything, I said, oh, y'all, I can do that again.
Yeah.
After I pushed the baby out, I finished the argument. Like, damn.
Now back to you.
Indeed, though. Indeed.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's trauma. That's
Because we
trauma
gonna make it
within itself.
understood. But, nah, for real though. The real thing though, like I said, the process of during pregnancy, and then I will touch up on postpartum afterwards. The whole process of during pregnancy is a mind. It's not a game. It's a whole preparation. You prepare yourself mentally, knowing the day is going to come that I'm going to have to push this baby out. Everybody's taking pictures and enjoying themselves and woohoo, like I'm pregnant, cute pregnant belly, but oh baby, in the back of their mind, as you get closer to that mark, some women don't make it in 9 months. Some women only make it to 8 or 7, and you wasn't mentally ready. Oh no, as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I shut down shop. I stopped talking to certain people. I'm like, look, if I know I'm not going to deal with you, or I know I'm not going to be doing these things after I have my baby, let me go ahead and get myself ready now.
So energy matters when you're...
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes. I spent many days, like it became part of my routine to sit down, meditate, pray. You pray, and this is not just being a black woman. Pray over yourself. Everybody spends so much time praying for everybody else, but take that time out to pray over yourself. And you're not praying, I pray that my baby comes. I go, absolutely pray for that. But pray for your mind. Pray for the guidance that you need for you to get through this process. Because you are going to there's going to be so many adversities, man. People are going to show you their true selves in pregnancy. And I think it works like that because of the energy that you're giving off. You know, there's certain parts of yourself that you didn't even know you had when you're pregnant. And it's like, man, I didn't even know I can get to that level. Man, I didn't know that I could punch somebody in the face for telling me that I look fat today, not knowing that I'm struggling in my pregnancy, day in and day out. You know, there's so many things that you're going to encounter in that, but you have to be mentally prepared. And when it came time for me to push that baby out, it was 17 hours, no pain relief, no nothing. I just sat there. You know what I did?
17 hours pushing?
17 hours of, okay, I'll tell you how the process works. So you don't push for 17. So as soon as your water breaks, if it's like a slow break, like mine didn't like sploosh everywhere. Oh no. I would have fell out. I don't know what I would have done. All that mental preparation would have went out the door, honestly. But I would have been scared. But like as soon as your water breaks, okay, you have that time period to where, okay, it might be every hour you're having a contraction or however long, and the contractions come like, oh, it's that pain, that cramp, and it lasts for a certain amount of time and then it goes away. So you have a birth plan and you say, look, some people say I'd rather be induced, or some people say, if this is taking too long, I want an epidural or I want pain relief. I put on my birth plan, listen, if you don't read this birth plan and you ask me questions that have the answers on this birth plan, I will dismiss you from my room, because doctors don't take black people, and I'm being honest. Doctors do not take black women seriously when it comes to the babies.
Where does that come from?
And I don't know if it's the way. So I asked my doctor, because I'm very transparent. I need to know, like, are you on my side or what? Because she wrote on my paper one day, non-compliant to what I'm asking. I said, I'm not going to comply to what you're asking because that's outside of the means of my morals and values, and I'm not going to allow that. So I asked her, I said, what is the whole thing about, like, because I've seen it too many times. Black women die more often than other races because the doctors ain't listening to them. You think we're exaggerating. So she came from a minority area too, and we just had a real deal conversation. And she was like, a lot of times people don't know their limits. So as soon as you feel a little bit of pain, you're like, oh my gosh, hurry up, give it to me. And a lot of time, black people, it seems like they don't push themselves to their limits because of fear. You fear that, something is wrong, even though that's a part of the process. You know what I mean? So like me getting a contraction, if I would have feared, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not supposed to feel this way. I've never dealt with this before. If I would have panicked and not mentally been prepared and educated myself, I'd probably been like, give me that epidural. But I educated myself in advance. And a lot of times, more often than not, black people don't go in there prepared for what comes with pregnancy and labor. And
hold on, let's get back to that, because I want to know specifically 17 hours. So where does the hour count start at?
So from the time that the water breaks. And like I said, mine was a slow leak. So
that's what the 17 hours.
Slow leak. Goddamn.
So hold up. So the mama, so when the mama be like, I was in labor with you for 33 hours.
She wasn't pushing that.
Be like, oh, hell no, mine. I just found out that
somebody lying.
You made it seem like you was pushing for 33 hours. No.
She was in pain for that long, though, I will tell you that.
From when the water broke to when you had me was 33 hours.
Yeah.
I give you that. You were pushing for an hour.
Yeah.
Like, you were pushing for an hour.
Once my water officially broke, oh, baby, I pushed him out 3 minutes. And I told them, I said, one of my things on my birth plan was, do not tell me when to push. If I feel that it's time to push, I'm pushing. Because if I do get a tear or whatever the case is, that's on me. But you can feel, you know your body. Like, I don't know, it's just one of those type of things. Like, you know your body.
My son fell asleep mid coming out. He said, I'm about to just fall out.
You see what I'm talking about?
Like, literally felt like we had to wait. Bro, he a bully. You cool. You see how cool act right now? He been acting like that since in the pussy. I'm not joking. I swear, my son been acting like that, though, before he came out. Like, why he coming out? They're like, okay, push. He pushed it. It's like he told the doctor, like, hey, hold on real quick. I'm going to take a nap. And then you already, and they got to wake him up. They got to, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I guess the baby got to come out a lot, like, awake. You get what I'm saying? So we waiting for this nigga to wake up. Like, the doctor, like, we got to, and he just, you trying to wake somebody up. Hey, fam. No,
Stop
I'll be
your
out in a minute.
shenanigans.
Hold up. Let me take a nap. I'm not ready to come into the world right now. I wasn't prepared. Let me finish this nap. Like,
Yeah.
that's how he came into the world. Sleep. Halfway in the pussy, halfway out. Like,
Oh man.
Oh hell.
like I'm serious, bro. And then came out.
But just think how much, I don't know how long she was in labor, but think how much hell that is. You didn't get to eat that whole time. You barely get to drink because you don't want to poop or pee in the process of pushing a
They said
baby
all that.
out.
Yeah, I think that's why you can't eat, right?
Yeah, you
'Cause
can't
you're like,
eat.
shut
And
up,
I mean,
so-
some people still do it, but I was like, nope, I'm just going to starve. It is what it is. Like, I went and they let me get in the bath. Like, I had this all. And women, those women that are listening, you have the right to speak up. Say what you want. If you want a room with a bathtub, find a hospital that has a bathtub so you can do just that. If you want a room with one of those balancing balls that you can sit on, speak up. This is your baby, your life. You have the right to say what you want to say. And if they can't be compliant of it, find another hospital that will. If your doctor ain't down with your birth plan and, you got this wrong with you, that wrong with you, and they want you to find another provider. You don't feel like you're trapped, because that's one of the mental health processes. You feel like you're being confined. Having a baby is not time for confinement. That is not a good time to feel confined at all. You're bringing a whole life into this world, and you're getting
questions
Yeah,
already?
because not
Yeah.
questions, just the comments. 'Cause I know you about to get to another question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So let me holler at
What
the
they
people.
talking about in the comments?
First off, I see Batch in there. You know what I'm talking about?
What up, Claude?
You know what I'm saying?
Leave some
AD
questions.
said, what up? Troy Thrower, the
Yeah,
second.
what's up, Troy? What's
He
up,
say,
Troy?
nice camera crew, bro. Keep up the great work. All this me. All this me. You know,
Shout out
all
to
this
Vibe
me.
Mod.
What up, Tanya? D Live. He say, yo.
What up, D
You know what I'm
Live?
saying? Some guy named Parson is on there. I really don't know who that is. Star says mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Oh, yes,
A very true
yes,
statement.
yes.
And she says, yes, energy matters. I went the past 9 months, all 3 pregnancies, LOL. And then Evilise Fedez said, amen. And then Ain't D, which is Diana Turner. She says, speak on it.
Straight up. So back to that generational trauma.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
What are some examples of that? Maybe that you've seen growing up.
So, like, say, for example, you have the grandmother that's stuck with the grandfather for 50 some odd years, knowing that he was out cheating and doing whatever else, but she stuck with him and stuck beside him no matter what. And she raised her kids with that same mentality. No matter what, you stick with your man, you do what you got to do as a woman. This is what we're bred for. We're bred to have babies. We're bred to work, provide for the house, be domesticated. That mentality continues. You get to the next generation. And now it might get tweaked a little bit because, certain things have, like, for example, with us, social media and internet and stuff like that. Now you got some interferences that kind of go against what you're telling your children to do. So I can say, like, for example, with me, and this isn't a direct example, but if that was me, for example, so like my grandma and grandfather were together, my grandma comes from 9 kids, and then she had 9 kids, and then, all of her 9 kids only had 2 or 3 kids apiece. So that's already one thing that's different. So y'all are going to take the same approach with those kids though? Like, cause you're not living 9 kids in one household now. You kind of live within your means of economically, you can provide for 3 kids versus like your mother did and had to provide for 9. And she had to stick with that man because he was the breadwinner. It's different now. But you try to instill that same thing in your kids and your kids ain't going for it. So now it's a battle. So now it's like, do I go and stick beside a man and be that person that my mama wants me to be and raise me to be? Or do I develop my own identity of how a woman is supposed to be? And now I'm into energy and praying and identifying attachment styles and love languages. And now I'm more aware and educated on how to love a man or love myself properly. And now I'm being different than what I was raised like. So I'm kind of lost because nobody can teach me,
Right.
And that's where that mind play comes in, because who gonna teach you? You letting the world teach you at this point, which is cool. I mean, so be it. Experience is the best thing, but a lot of women a lot of times need that guidance, just like men do. You need that guidance, but if it's totally different than what you're trying to do, who do you turn to now?
Well, right. I want to ask you this, because like you said, grandma sticked around. So for you now, because you might be trying to change it, that generational thing. So for you now, is it a thing of he cheats once, he's got to go, or is it levels to it?
Oh, man. Look, ain't no tripping on no cheating. If no thing ain't on this thing, then we thinking.
Oh, so you single?
man.
So you single until you married?
Thing on this thing till we thinking, and that's for real. Well, what you gonna trip over cheating for? Let me tell you, there's boundaries within that. If you're with the man that's doing what he's supposed to do, I mean, he's providing for you, y'all figuring it out. What you tripping on that for?
Okay.
You don't. Ain't nobody bound to
You
you.
have a lot of women in the comments saying, "Girl, you tripping."
That's all right. But I'm gonna ask those women, are you happy? And have you been every relationship you've been in? Have you been happy? Was cheating the downfall, or was him not coming home when you wanted to come, or moving on your time? Was that the downfall?
Man, damn.
Let's be honest.
Okay.
I don't trip on that kind of stuff. It is what it is. If he got this going on, that going on, but the whole thing of it all is communicate with me. Don't leave me blind. Don't lead me to no well and expect me to drink something and you got soda in there and not water. Come on, be real with me. You have to be transparent for anything to work. Like if you're distant away from each other, there's no reason why a long distance relationship should not be able to work if there's communication.
So happiness is what's most important to you.
I wouldn't, yeah, I guess you could say that. Because I actually just said that the other day. I said, wow, man, I can't remember exactly what it was. But my main question was, does it bring you happiness? Because the whole thing is you got to bring yourself happiness before somebody else does. You know what I'm saying? So if you're seeking happiness in a person and you don't have it within yourself, you're screwed either way, honestly. You ain't ever going to be happy. Ain't nothing going to ever please you because you're going to keep on looking for it in somebody else. So you have to have it within yourself. And I'm a secure woman. I'm secure within myself. So look, you want to go do this, that, and the third, let me know. Communicate with me. Let me know so we can be on the same page so I ain't looking like boo-boo the fool. You know, that's just the whole honesty of it. Now, once we built that trust and that bond, you ain't even gonna be worried about doing that type of stuff. Honestly, once you start building a story and you formulate your relationship in a certain way, that ain't even gonna be a factor. It's like, okay, what money move we making next? Fuck all that.
So is it about creating your own fairy tale?
It ain't a fairy tale. It's a reality.
It's a reality. So
that's
creating your own reality. All right.
Women trying to live in this fairy tale.
And trying to live in fairy tale.
If you don't live in the reality of the situation, girl, it is what it is. People gonna do what they want to do when they want to do it.
I think relationships are very simple. I think that us amongst ourselves, just like you're saying, we not either communicating or we want everything our way. That's when it becomes difficult. You get what I'm saying? More on I always call it veering in the other person's lane a little bit. You know what I'm saying? If I just want you in my lane, and it's just going to be like, bro, it's not going to work. But if we communicate and I'm like, you know, I'm willing to compromise on this, you're willing to compromise on that. You know, I honestly think that we make relationships difficult just by things that could, when you really think about it, that could be so simple. It's like, bro, that was so simple, bro. But we'll either turn something so small into something gigantic. And it's like, damn. When you, and Dwayne told me this, and it was the best thing that he ever told me. And he said, bro, you know what? If you're not going to be worried about it in a year, it's no point even arguing with her about it today. Like, are you going to be worried about that in a year from now? And like,
okay.
You know?
Now with that statement,
you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, it's not even worried. But with that being said, it's like, damn, we pick and choose what we want to argue over and hold on to. And it's like, damn, bro. Think about life. Like, bro, you know motherfuckers got cancer. We're going to die one day. I'm not trying to die tomorrow.
Choose your battles.
Choose your battles.
But
I'm about to die tomorrow. I'm sitting there arguing with your ass over the microwave or some bullshit.
But at what point does it become passive? Like, you just not saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's a conversation you've had with me. You know what I'm saying? So at what point does it become passive? Like,
but I feel like it becomes passive when you feel like you're not saying nothing.
Right.
Then it becomes passive. You know what I'm saying?
Transparency is the key.
Like,
you got to speak on it.
I'm not saying nothing. I feel like this is a continued thing. I'm not saying nothing. Then it's like, oh, you just being passive. Shit. Because you can be respectful and be like, I don't like this, or can we change this? Can we speak about that? Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know shit. It's just me. But I think it becomes passive once you notice that, damn, either you feel like, and I always call it feeling sorry for myself. You know what I'm saying? Once I feel sorry for myself, and I don't ever feel sorry for because I'm a benefit of the doubt. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you said something wrong to me or we arguing, I like to think about, like, you know what? Yeah, I probably did that to make it, like, benefit of the doubt. But once I've gave you like 100 benefits of the doubt, and then like I'm all the way at the bottom, I'm like, damn, I feel sorry for myself now. Or you've done it so much, and it's like, damn, I've asked him to stop, and he's just continuing. Like, okay, now I'm being passive.
Taking the short end of the
stick. I'm just
like,
being passive at this point.
Is it nonchalant? Like, what is it? Like, I'm the type of person, I'll go in there and I'll take the short. I've been took the short end of the stick so many times because, like I said, back to mental health. When you're a sure person and you spend that time, everybody needs to spend a certain amount of time being single, and that's real. So many people are running from their demons, jumping relationship to relationship, situationship to situationship, and really they don't really know themselves and what they want. That's honest. Like, so many women that I've encountered, and like my friends even, they come to me for advice. Do you know what you want, girl? Because it sounds like you're a little confused. And one of the big topics, especially because it's Sunday, stop praying for stuff you ain't ready for. Stop. I want this type of woman, that type of man, but you still want to be in the streets. Yikes. That's gonna be a tough topic to talk about. Y'all might need to do y'all own little thing on that. But that's real. Stop praying for stuff you ain't ready for. And that's from jobs. That ain't just relationships. That's everything.
Right.
Just that means you not secure within yourself and in tune with yourself enough to know, I know that I want this for sure, and I'm willing to sacrifice whatever I need to get this. And if this thing comes my way and it's not what I expected it to be, guess what? I have enough security in myself to get over it, move forward, and try it again.
Right. You know, I was sitting there watching this video, and I want to get your opinion on it coming from a woman's perspective. But the woman was sitting there and she said that women cheating is worse than men cheating because of the fact that men will have sex with a woman and that's it. You know, he go on about his day. Right. Yeah, it's no attachment. Right. They said, but when it came to women, women, it's not a one-time thing with women. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna talk to you. They're gonna give you the time. They're gonna, you know what I'm saying? So what's your thoughts on that? Do you think that women cheating is worse than men cheating?
It all depends on the type of man that you're dealing with. There are some men in this world that are really emotionally in tune, and their form of cheating might not be sex, but it might be bonding with this woman and learning her and building her in it. As a woman, if I see something like that, I feel like you preparing this woman to take my place. So you're already, you're attaching to someone else to detach to me. That's one.
But that's something that most men don't do, though.
And I was going to say, that's a different form of cheating. That's rare, though.
That's what we saying that women's doing.
That's rare. Now, some women do that, but if a woman is doing something like that, that ain't cheating. I'm gonna tell you this.
Okay.
She detaching and ready to. She setting her game plan.
Oh, she went
next. The thing is, you don't come into a situation like that surprised. You already know what's going on in the relationship, so don't be surprised if she's doing that because you already knew she was done for. You already knew she was detaching. So why are you acting surprised?
So who's worse? What's worse?
To the part for the men.
They're trying to jump on the women's side.
I personally, I don't. We like to put men and women in
different categories.
Yeah, and I think
but it is though, because we think totally different.
I mean, but the actions are the same. You get what I'm saying? It's like saying I got killed by a knife or I got killed by a bullet, and it's like, nigga, you got killed.
Yeah,
like which one? How does death feel? Like, you get what I'm saying? There's no way to be like, oh, well,
there's levels. There is levels. There is levels. I can see how a woman could forgive a man for. I can see how a woman could forgive a man if he's not putting that emotion into it.
I know, but see, with me, I think that it goes deeper. Like, we putting it again. I think shit is more simple than it needs. Like, than we make it. We make it complicated. It's more on loyalty. You gonna be loyal to me or not?
Yeah,
that's it.
Loyalty.
That's it. So whether you a man or a woman, a dog, a cat, a bird, a fucking. Imagine your dog. Fucking human. Imagine your dog. Right. Imagine me coming over to your house. Right. And this your dog. You feed it. You do everything with it. You even beat it or whatever the fuck. It's your dog. But when I come over, your dog just so on me. Just on. You get what I'm saying? How you gonna feel? You be like, damn.
Wait. But hold on.
So
you're not
it's loyalty.
You're talking about faithfulness. There's a difference between faithful and loyal.
Hold on. So I'm talking about loyalty. Faithful. I'm talking about loyalty though. But what I'm saying is, with this same dog, I come over and you're like, nigga, I do all of this. This is a dog though. We're not even talking about a human. But I can make your dog sit. He follow me. He do all of that. You get what I'm saying? You gonna sit there and be like, damn, that's my do though. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like the loyalty part. It's like, you gonna be loyal to me or not? Like, anything else beyond that, we just putting shit on it. We just sitting there. We just fucking adding shit. It's like, listen, bro, 1 + 1 is 2. Right now you're doing calculus. It could be so simple. Are you gonna be loyal to me or not? Yeah. Yes. All right, let's go.
Is it
so
that
simple?
But is it that simple?
But that's what I'm saying. To me, that's why relationships be so fucked off, because of, not saying you, but because of that. Motherfuckers be like, is it that simple? And it's like, yeah, motherfucker, it is that simple.
Reciprocity.
Yeah, nigga. It's that simple.
Yeah.
But then we'll try to be like, yeah, but in China, they can have 10 wives. We like, nigga, but we in America, nigga. Like,
that's
you get what I'm saying? We
just
always, you get what I'm saying? It's like, bro, it can be so simple. Let's go to, well, let's do this. And just saying like, all right, well, let's go to China and have this conversation. But we're having this conversation in America where this is how it goes.
But it's not about that. It's more about how we are set up as men. We are set up to breed. You know what I'm saying? That's something.
Then women can be set up. Women can be set up.
I hear that one more
time. But listen, then how are women set up? Then they the ones that got the pussy, and they the ones that got to push shit out
and go through the 9
months.
But you go through 9 months where you can't breathe.
I know, but listen.
But men can just. All
right, so Pete, this. So fuck the chicken or the egg. What's more important, right? The person that plants the seed or the seed being planted?
Is the seed being planted?
No, because one couldn't happen without the other.
True. That's a trick question.
No. What I'm saying is when you say, "Oh, men were put here to breed," it's like, well, who the fuck you gonna breed with? Another man? And then ask that woman the same thing. Women men were put here to breed, and it's like, well, who's she gonna breed with?
We need each other, yeah.
It's like, well, no, one can't do without
yeah,
the
but
other.
okay.
Now, but I'm not gonna be able to make rain without a cloud. So that's like saying I don't want it to be a cloudy day, but saying I wish for rain.
We sitting there saying we need each other, we need each other. But wait. Okay, we need each other. Men need the women, whatever. But why is it that the women outnumber the men? Then now what? Now we have women out there who don't have a man, who are not going to get a man.
What, though?
Huh?
Outnumber the men by what?
Women outnumber men. Period.
Where are you getting these statistics from?
What are you saying?
I don't know that these are, but I'm saying it so convincingly. Like,
women outnumber
20,000 men,
what?
and I counted 10 million women. And
I'm saying, okay, but in general, women outnumber men. So now what? So now with your logic, there should be women who are just going to be alone. They have to be alone based off of your logic.
Wow, what you mean?
Because women outnumber men.
That's your logic. I didn't say that.
No, your logic is with
we need each other.
We need each other.
Correct.
The loyalty. But what I'm saying is,
well, no, loyalty and we need each other is two different things. We just kind of
But what I'm saying is,
together. These are two separate things.
Okay, but this is why I was talking about with the breeding. You know, we are like,
you're not gonna be able to breed. You can jack off all you want. You're not gonna be able to breed by yourself.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is the fact that women outnumber men. Going off of what you were saying, that means these women gonna have to be alone. They're gonna have to be alone because they outnumber
the correlation at all. I don't understand where you putting it to. Are you understanding what he's saying?
Hell no! Am I losing everybody?
It sounds like
you losing me.
Oh man, I had it too. I was gonna tell you while I got tunnel vision on. No, look, it sounds like what you're trying to bring to make a relationship sound good, and I'm not gonna put it this way, is an understanding. Let's have an understanding that when it's me and you, it's me and you. But it's an open relationship, basically. I'm a man. I have needs. Like, a man can go and have sex 365 days out of the year. Right. A woman, and get 365 women pregnant, for all we know. Right. A woman, we can only get pregnant one time out of that year, 9 months. Mm-hmm. You know, you get pregnant twice in a year, technically. But, you know, 9 months. So, I get what you're saying. Absolutely. Yes. Procreation. Mm-hmm. Okay. And not only that, though, that'd be different if your mission was to procreate versus I'm just out here sexing just to sex just because I can.
But that's what I'm saying. That's in us as the man, even in the animal kingdom.
That's not in me.
Says who?
I understand. Okay. But
I get you. I get you because I actually do.
But even in the animal kingdom, it's the same thing. It's like the male in general. Like I said, down the line, even the animal kingdom, human race, the male, as you see, the male. That's what he does. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So this is the problem. And I've done it and I do it. You know, when we compare ourselves, like, man, I'm a lion. I got
that's what gosh.
Right? Mm-hmm. So I think that what human beings gotta stop doing is comparing themselves to other species when the species act like the species
they are animals.
I know, hold up. I know. But you're not an animal that does that. Yeah. So that's equivalent to saying, yeah, but birds fly. And it's like, yeah, but you're not that species. You don't even have wings. Yeah. You're going to need to go build something so you can fly. You're not built like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So when you sit there and say, oh, well, lions do it and tigers do it and a bear does, and it's like, yeah, they're a lion, tiger, and a bear. You're called a human. Mm-hmm. You know, you right now, if you seen a lion right now in the woods, but this motherfucker had his house was made out of wood. Like, this nigga built a house. Then we amazed. Then we're like, oh shit, that lion just built a house and he has rooms in it and a restroom, right? You would never see that because he's a lion. So you take that with you being a human and being able to make fucking a light bulb. So you can't put that on a fucking, when you be like, oh, well, cats do this. It's like, yeah, but also he sleep outside. You created something called air conditioning.
Right.
You can't
get that level of evolution.
What I'm getting at, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm getting at,
that's just me though. That's
what I'm getting at is it's funny how the male species, all the way from the human, all the way down to the animal, have something in common. That's what I'm getting at.
And is what? That they got balls? Like, what is that?
They want to breed. You know what I'm saying? They're not.
So
it's not.
So you saying that a woman don't want to breed?
Those women
they are having sex to breed.
Wait, pause though. And that's my argument because I agree with you. In all reality, from my personal perspective, if you're in a relationship and your partner's going out and having detached sex with other women and y'all have the understanding that it better be just that and only that, I ain't tripping, just to be honest, because you do what you do, but you got to take what comes with it. So if that means you got to reassure me every day, if that means you got to have those talks with me and then do whatever to make my position solidified, then you got to take what comes with that. However, I'm cool with that. However, from the other women's perspective, I'm open-minded. That's the thing about me. I'm open-minded. I don't judge nobody for nothing. So I don't mean I'm going to do it, but I'm open-minded. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has within reason of what he has a reason for feeling the way he feels. So my whole thing is, with what you got going on, my question to you is, those women that, you know, you're discussing how men might have detached sex with, if breeding is the motive, are you trying to have sex with these women to breed? If this is not a woman that you can make a mistake and accidentally get pregnant, why would you even be having sex with her? If this isn't somebody that you might be stuck with for the rest of your life because y'all made a slip up or you had a drunk night or you done caught something from this girl, because a lot of men don't think that you can get something from getting head. You can catch diseases and stuff. Like, if you are not willing to face a potential lifelong consequence from this situation, if it's not worth it, then why are you doing it? You're gonna risk something permanent just for somebody temporary. So those feelings that you hurt of that other woman, they don't matter. She might act like she ain't hurt, but she gonna hurt. She gonna feel some type of way. Even women like me, like, I'm gonna feel some type of way for a little bit, but I'm gonna shake it off. You know, especially if you ain't my husband. I ain't worried about that. But you gotta understand, are you willing to risk something that you're trying to be permanent with just for some random temporary person? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? And that's moving forward with your decision making.
There's a pig push a poke. But
for real, ask yourself that. Is it worth it? Be like, you know, it ain't even worth it. But like, if you got something good, like, okay, I might just go ahead and cheat on my girl for somebody like this. Like, oh yeah, I got this one, got potential. Okay. So take your risk as it comes.
Okay, so 3-1. He was saying, okay, let's read these comments real quick. Let's get to it. Aunt D said, speak on it. And then she said, communication is key. And then she said, yes. And then she said, that part, Aunt D, you don't say that part, okay? My nigga Rambo said 3-1. Is that with the women?
Three women to
three women to one. Again, I don't know. I haven't done. And then Gylan says, fact check. 50.4 up.
Was that for AC?
Up. I mean, it's for AC. Hold up, because again, like I said, I don't know no statistics.
Don't talk stats.
Gylan A. Jackson said, fact check, 50.4 women to 49.6 men in Atlanta, 50.2 women to 51 in Houston. So
I sure was gonna say.
So it doesn't look like it's that many more women in Houston.
Do you know how many women that point could be though? Like.
Listen, all I'm saying is that's what this.
That could be 20. That could be 100 extra women. Because if you think about this, it says 100,000 people in the city.
But listen, in Atlanta, 50.4 women. That's the percentage. 50.4% women, 49.6% men.
But I'm just saying.
What? Oh, look, now you got something. That's what they said. That ain't what I'm saying.
Here I come in as a neutral party. You got to consider now all these different gender stuff going on.
Oh, that's even more women, right? Oh shit. That's even more women. It ain't that. Let me be honest. It ain't that many women turning nigga. It's a lot of niggas turning with a. Yeah, it's a lot.
That's a real topic for real. That matters now, especially with everything going on.
In your opinion, is that a mental health thing?
Oh, when I tell you everything is mental
I believe
health,
that.
Don't corner me with this because I'm all for the people. I'm for everybody. I love all y'all. Now. Everything is mental health. Every single thing. It could have been that one incident that occurred in that person's life that triggered that part of them that they didn't know that they had.
Can not to interject, not to interrupt. I say exactly that. I wish everyone the best. If you want to fuck a goat, go fuck. That ain't what that got to do with me. That has nothing. You're not changing the time. My watch still gonna move the way it move. 60 seconds still gonna be in a minute. You're not changing nothing for me.
Exactly.
However, I do think that when you choose to go and do that with the opposite sex, whether you're a boy or a girl, if you're a boy and a boy or a girl and a girl, yes, mentally there had to be something at some point in time in your life that triggered that, because we come in just like this table, we come in with a clean slate, so we don't even know what this is. At some point, right? Because, and just like I told you, a boy has an outie, he has a penis, and a woman has an innie. Yes, women, we're meant for this to go inside of a woman. That's just biology. That's just how the human makeup is, right? All right. Anything other than that, had to have been. You get what I'm saying? Because there's for instance, and there's people with real mental challenges like retardation that can't even speak or do anything. You know what I'm saying? But they know that if they thing got hard, they know where it's supposed to go. Mm-hmm. And they don't even you can't tell that they a virgin. They've been in a wheelchair their whole life. You get what I'm saying? So you have to have seen that something have to trigger to me. Something had to have triggered that, and then you're like, you know what? I'm about to try this, and then maybe you liked it. Mm-hmm. Maybe you got introduced to something and you liked it. You get what I'm saying? But that's what I think. I think that it does have something to do with the psyche, and you chose that. You get what I'm saying? Because it is out of the norm. Yeah. But
okay. Well, you know they got this thing going on right now where they're trying to stop women from having abortions. Mm-hmm. How do you think that's going to affect the woman's mental health here in the future if that does get passed?
Y'all want women to raise struggle babies. That's what I see it as, because some women struggle. They might, start off a pregnancy like, oh, okay, things might be good in their relationship, or they might have plans or whatever the case is, and things start going bad, 6 weeks in, 7 weeks in, 8 weeks. Some women don't even find out. Like, I didn't find out till I was 3 months. Ooh. Like, some women don't find out till a while. So you're removing a person's ability to make their own decision, first of all. Second of all, as we know, the hot topic of that topic is what happens with the women that get raped, or, things like that. Right. Yeah, you're definitely taking away some rights there. But my main thing about all this is, are you saying that the abortion can't happen because the child has rights once they're pregnant, like once the child is within the womb? Are y'all giving the child rights at that time? Because my thing is, after 6 weeks, we should be able to get EBT for that baby that's in our belly. If y'all gonna take it this far, if that's the case, we should be able to do insurance policies. So just in case that baby don't come out alive, we get to collect funds on that. We should, not to be ugly either, we should be able to put some child support if the daddy ain't being active during our pregnancy, because that's the most important time anyway. We should be able to do all of those things.
If you're gonna do that,
if y'all gonna do that, come on, let's go all in. If that's what we're gonna do. I feel that. And my thing is, I don't want to say I'm not for it, not against it, whatever, because like I said, I'm an open-minded person. It's just, I call a duck, though. It is what it is.
I'm for it.
What do you mean by for it?
I'm for abortion.
No, okay.
Oh, like they should have the opportunity, you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, take that from them.
Because first off, who am I to tell a woman what she could do with herself? Right. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Right. And second of all, then it's just how I look at it. Now, if you 9 months pregnant and you got a sonogram and shit, then this is just ridiculous at this point.
Yeah. After 6 weeks, the baby starts to develop. So that's why they pick 6 weeks.
But what I'm saying is, it's not. And some people may be like, they may disagree. Mm-hmm. But it's like, bro, it's not even developed. Like, you can take that out.
But you don't think do you think you being a hypocrite?
But that's what they say. But but if they so this is what I have to say to that. Think about, and this is just. Think about how much water you throw away. Just think we pick and choose on what we want to be want to be conscious about, and be like, but it has a heartbeat, and it's like, bro, do you know how wasteful you are to life anyway?
Right, you stepped on that lizard yesterday.
Just towards anything, and it's like we pick and choose as a human being. Like, oh shit, I want to look like this to this person or like that. And it's like, truth be told, this person getting an abortion probably ain't no worse than shit, nigga. I know, and it's just the truth. I know niggas that done murdered motherfuckers.
That's true. That's true.
Like, literally just walking. Like, so it can't be no worse than this person that just murdered, or somebody that just did a hit and run, and the person got hella injured, and we at the house. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much got away with it. Niggas that just robbed somebody and then beat them up. It's like, oh, but you did that to that person.
That's right.
Hold on. I want to play devil's advocate real quick, because you said women have choices, right?
Yeah. Correct.
But you also just sat there and said, but if the baby's 9 months, then no. You know what I'm saying? Why not?
Well, because at that point, now hold up.
But they should have a choice.
I'm giving now. You're 100% accurate. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that they would be wrong if the baby was 9 months and they chose to get rid of the baby, right? What I will say is, well, at this point, you know what I'm saying? It's a baby. It's just inside of your stomach. Yeah. At this point, you could just get a motherfucker up.
That's what I was just about to say.
You could just give it up. You don't have to. But if you're
not picking and choosing though?
That's not picking and choosing.
That is picking.
Because at that point you're just being careless. It's like.
So we ain't got your option.
It's like for instance, it's like somebody getting some money, right? Just hypothetically, or you got some food and you see this homeless man on the street. And you could technically give it to him, but you say, no, I'm just going to throw it away. So now you just doing shit. You're just being careless at this point. You're just doing shit. It's like, bro, it wouldn't have hurt you if you would have gave it to him, bro. Now you're just doing shit. Now mentally, like, what the fuck is in your mind? You didn't even have to have the baby, and you could have given away. The most thing you would have did had to push it out your ass or push it out your pussy. And guess what? It's already 9 months. It's already 9 months. They gonna have to take it out you anyway. There ain't no other way that they could get rid of the baby. Yeah. So if it was 9 months, the baby got to come out you anyway. You get what I'm saying? Why kill it? Give it away. But yes, if that's your choice to do whatever you would like to do with that baby, do it. But if it was 9 months, then you're just being careless in the asshole. But 6 months or whatever the fuck, however much, I don't know birth like that, but however much it is for you to get rid of it before it's a baby, bro, I don't feel like, bro, do what you want. Who am I to tell this woman, no, keep that motherfucker? Like, bro, you know I gotta push this thing out something that I pissed through out like of my vagina, bro.
And then men's rights comes in with that whole abortion thing. Like, how you know I wanted you to kill my baby? That was my baby too.
Ooh, now that's the thing too. That
men's rights.
So but do we have a conversation?
Should
with
we have rights? Wait. So should we have? No. Ooh, that's good because I've had that happen to me.
I hate.
So should men have a say so? Somewhat. I mean, because that sucks.
Yeah.
Depending on the situation with the woman, I think that the man should have a say so.
I think we walking the thin line. I've
been with my girl for 6 years,
That's
right?
tough.
So Pete, this if my girl was to get pregnant right now, right, and just like she said, if my girl got pregnant, we've been together so long, we got a whole life together. If she got pregnant, it's not gonna be a scare. It'll just be like, oh shit, you pregnant. We're gonna decide what we want to do. Like, we stable, we good, right? So we just figure out what the fuck we want to do. But if she said, you know what, I'm not ready to have a baby, us being where we at in our relationship, she'll give me a choice to, you know what I'm saying? She'll get not a full choice where I could just be, she'll be like, what do you think? And then she could dwell on that. But at the end of the day, it's going to be 100% her decision. If she chooses to keep the baby, it's just because she fucking with this nigga. And he said, yes, I want to keep it. And she fuck with me like that. But nigga's her body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But let's just say I had sex with her today and I don't even know her. And then she went off and got pregnant. And then she got dreams, admiration. She don't know me. She don't know, and I don't know her.
You had detached sex with AC. And
I don't even know her.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna pay for this. I'm gonna pay for this later when I.
Oh, I already know. Yeah, you definitely pay for this. He's definitely gonna pay for this.
But
later.
look, we gotta make things spicy. We gotta. What is a podcast without debate? You know what I'm saying?
But Pete, that. So if I just had sex with this woman and she called me a couple of months later and say, "Damn, I'm pregnant." Now, mind you, between me having sex with her and her calling me, bro, I done been out with you. We done traveled all over the goddamn United States. We done had fun. We done had other girls. Right now, in between that, I got a woman that I'm seeing that I'm really into. And she called me a couple of months later. Mind you, I ain't talked to her in 3 months. And she say, damn, I took a pregnancy test. I've been I'm pregnant. You think that it's out of the norm to be like, hey, let's discuss abortion? I don't even know you.
They at that point, and now that you said that,
I don't even know you.
Taking away that right from y'all though. By if they do that,
no, if
ain't
she,
no talking about.
Oh no, I'm not talking about.
Have no abortion.
I'm not talking about.
Ain't no
and I said it wrong. Not us talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm saying if she just went and chose to get an abortion.
Oh, okay.
Like if she was just like, man, I'm gonna go get this abortion. Like I'm about to holler at you. Hey, I'm pregnant. I'm gonna go get an abortion. Who am I to be like, nah, keep it. That's my baby. Like, I don't even know you, nigga.
No, whoa. So what if?
Or vice versa.
Or vice versa.
I'm
I don't know your ways.
So what if it was a thing of the doctor told you as a man that hey, you can't have any kids, right? You go off, you have this one. Look, you have this one night stand. You have this one night stand. She said she's pregnant. You like, oh shit! I thought I couldn't have your kids. I want to take this opportunity to have my kids.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Now
that actually happened to somebody that I know.
Yeah.
And it was like, well. And once you reach a certain, like, even without the whole abortion, like once you reach a certain time span, you like having an abortion, it's not safe for you, the baby, whatever. It's just not safe. So most of the time they won't even do an abortion after a certain time period. Damn. But what do you do then? You know, if you're one of those men in that situation and she's forced to have the baby because she can't have an abortion, and now you don't have a choice, but you've been shooting blanks all 27 years of your life, and now all of a sudden she's pregnant, and then it actually is yours. Like,
we're speaking like major hypotheticals.
Yeah, it is.
These are like major.
It's rare. It's more often.
Listen, if that ever happened, they making a movie. So you feel me? You get a movie deal.
Wait. Can you imagine how pissed she would be that she got pregnant and she didn't even have an orgasm? Can you? Is that a thing? Do you think that could be a thing? Like,
your fault. Your goddamn fault. I'm not playing with it. I'm not playing.
That goes back to that detached sex topic.
You should have nutted. No, let me tell you what women do.
Okay.
Let me tell you what women do. Okay.
Finna show out.
This what women do, and I know this firsthand.
Okay.
This what women do. women get they get into the feeling of it, right? And then they try to make that feeling last the whole thing.
Okay.
Like, oh, it feels so good.
Yeah.
Don't move. Let's
live in the moment.
A nigga not on that. They're like, oh, it feels good, right? Oh, I'm about to nut just like that. Hell yeah. But a woman is more on, hell no, I gotta hold it. Oh, it's gonna feel good. Like they trying to, I don't know if listen, to a man, and I don't know about a woman's orgasm. A man, if he nut in 3 minutes or he nut in 30 hours, it's gonna feel the same nut. It's not a different nut. I don't know if a woman, if she holding for that 30 minutes, if it's a bigger nut or what. But y'all
answer that question for us.
Well, I think that women, and you could look at the comments on this. I don't know what type of audience we have, but
we have a majority women audience.
If you are faking an orgasm, you need help because you soft.
Is that mental? Is that a mental health problem?
Oh. You got to be able to get up from there and be like, no, this ain't working. I don't think this is finna happen. I got to go. With the quickness. If I'm not enjoying myself or if it's not one, But I'm a transparent person. You see
what if you've been enjoying yourself and it's just not like, damn, I'm fucking for like 30 hours.
I mean, because it can feel good.
Enjoying myself.
It can feel good, but you don't have an orgasm.
No. Don't do that. No.
So if it feel good, the orgasm.
Just like y'all can kind of control when you do it.
No, you can't.
No,
what are you talking about? No, you cannot.
You can practice. You can practice.
Yes, remember we were just talking about that. You can practice that and train your body.
Train your body.
Yes, you can train your body.
He said, I'm not in this. He said, I'm not in.
You can practice that. That's a part of, being in tune for real. You can train your body in that certain type of way. But
that's the shit they didn't teach us when we was younger. Our daddies didn't teach us, hey,
how specifically? How do you control that?
You can though.
How?
So you can jack. Look, but you can jack. You can go to jacking off, right? And as soon as you're about to nut, you stop. You stop.
Oh yeah,
you're training your body to control it.
I know, but let me tell you what happens because I've done that I've done that with this woman in there. I've tried to stop, and then I stop. And then I don't know why, but then my mind is just thinking about some
he on board.
And then all of a sudden, it'll just come out.
In the topic.
It'll just come out. I'm like, fuck. I didn't want to.
Right.
I'm going to be honest. I did that last night.
He bull jiving. Change the subject.
I did that last night.
You bull
I don't mean to, but it's like, it just be so good to where even when they like, I don't know nothing to get up, it's like, well, guess what? You could have got up 30 minutes ago and I was going to nut because it's already coming.
I'm going to need you to meditate more.
So I probably got a minute. But listen, I honestly believe my shit worked. I'm not about to sit there and play. I'm not, what the hell? I'm not about to sit there and, let me hold it. I'm not holding shit. Okay? If it was up to me, listen, God damn it, watching The Simpsons, okay? And then the commercial come on, God damn it, once I nut, the commercial still goddamn on, okay? I'm still watching the same commercial.
The Arby's commercial was on when that started, and it's still on.
We watching the same goddamn commercial.
We got to the jingle.
Well, the confusion was about faking it because my thing is, do men fake it or can a man fake it? And the whole part of that, because I feel like a man can fake it. The whole part of that, though, what I was saying was like, if you feel as a woman that you're faking an orgasm, whether it's with your partner, whether you didn't have a one night stand, you need to do some reevaluation.
Have you ever faked before?
I just told y'all I don't play that. If I feel like for real, I'm serious. I feel like if I feel like I get to a point to where, because you have to be enjoying yourself at some point in the interaction. I don't do freelance sex. First of all, I'm not just out sleeping like I don't do that.
No one night stands ever.
Never been that person. Never. Okay. Oh no. We don't play that because I was like really scary about that stuff. Like not losing my virginity till I got out the house. Like I was really particular about that stuff. I was all about the books and playing basketball. That's it. So I have a little bit of different, like, and my friends can tell you, I have a different mentality when it comes to that type of stuff because who you give yourself to, you got to be mindful of that. Like I said earlier, are you willing to take what comes with that? What happens if this condom pop and this nigga got something and then he give it to me? Like, no. So I'm really mindful about who I give myself to. Absolutely. I don't need to fake it. If I'm going to fake it, I shouldn't have been messing with you in the first place.
So tell us about a time where you told the man, hey, this ain't going to work. And how do you take it?
I don't let it get to that point. If he gets a kissing on me and stuff like that, look, if I don't feel that for you, I'm so honest. Like, I'm for real blunt. Like, if I don't feel that for you and you're kissing me, I'm not even a kissing person, first of all. But if your foreplay is different than my foreplay, you didn't learn my love language. So you done already got me messed up, first of all. Second of all, if you not paying enough attention to me to see that I'm not feeling it and you not making the proper adjustments, then you don't need to be dealing with me regardless, okay? Because I know who I am. I am a queen, and you gonna conduct me as so. And I'm being for real because some women just don't care.
What if, how you know? But how do you know that a man ain't faked it with your ass? You don't even know.
Oh no, we talk about these things. That's what I'm telling you. I'm so transparent and blunt. You let me know. I'll be in the middle of it. And if you looking funny, you all right? What you want? Like,
okay. So you're okay with having that conversation?
I'm dead serious.
You all right?
You all right? And some ain't looking.
So is that gonna hurt your feelings though? Just a little bit?
What that's gonna hurt my feelings for? I'm already on you. What's up? Let's finish what we started.
Yeah.
Obviously, we got some type of bond to have even gotten to this point. Because it takes, for real, it takes a lot for me to get to that point with somebody. So we obviously got some type of bond to get to that point. So now that we here, what's up? What's up? And I'm, like I said, transparency is key with any type of relationship you're dealing with anybody. If they ain't feeling you like that, or if they just want to know, we have that conversation. We have that conversation. Like, it needs to be had, period, because somebody going to be looking crazy at the end of the night if not. And I ain't going to be the one looking crazy because I'm going to get up and put my clothes on and run up out of there.
So you're in a relationship, right? Are quickies allowed?
Oh, yes. What do you mean?
But you don't get off. Is that cool?
I don't care. Obviously, he needed to for a reason.
Right. So you're okay with it? Okay.
Yeah, you never leave them. They ain't supposed to leave home hungry or horny. Don't do that. Don't do that, sis. I don't care what you got going on in your mind. Go on and toot it on over.
But see, that's another thing. That's another where men and women are different, because I don't think we could do that. No, we gonna get this nut. I couldn't see, because she came before me, that I'm not gonna get the nut.
Oh no,
men don't even care.
Yeah, with men,
I don't even got to be wet.
I'm gonna get this nut regardless.
I'll spit in it. I don't even care. I'm serious. Men, you just need to be a hoe.
Literally.
Just give me a hoe.
So how is it your minds is built that way where y'all cannot have an orgasm? I mean, of course,
it
can't be like that all the time.
Some women don't care, but I don't know because I never experienced it. But I can
So you have orgasm every time?
If I'm doing this within reason. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
So you have orgasm
I'm doing it within reason. I can't be telling y'all about myself like that because I got to leave some suspense, baby. I got to leave some suspense. I don't know what
if you fucking with her,
you better make an orgasm. That's it.
Ace ask you all type of shit.
I done told you.
He asked you about your pH balance and all type of shit.
If ain't thangin', then I'm thangin'. Like, that's it. So, I'm telling you, if you dealing with me like that, it's within reason. You gonna have a good time. It's fun, period. No matter what. Like, you build such a bond with me, we ain't even gotta worry about stuff like that because eventually it's gonna get there regardless, but we out having a different type of fun. Like,
it's a vibe.
That's the type of, and that's the type of people that I deal with. If I can't vibe with you like that, ain't no point in you even being around. Like, if you can't laugh with me, be yourself, be funny and all that, there ain't no point in even being around because I ain't even gonna have fun having sex with you. I'm think about all those things like, this old boring ass nigga, what I'm doing on top of him. What am I doing? Like, you gotta think, process those type of things. But I will say though, because you asked about like how can you control yourself, like whether you have one or not. I don't know why a woman will hold back from having one, and that might be part of her not really knowing her body too. Read the comments just in case somebody's.
Let me see. Maybe they said that.
Yeah, because that might be a part of her not.
Oh shit! Hold up. A lot of comments. Hold up. Ask her, being gay a choice or is someone born that way? I'm not gonna ask you.
That's kind of what we talked about. We ain't getting into that topic.
I know we're not
open-minded and open-hearted, baby. You are what you are when you are that way. If you decide to be gay and change your mind the next year, that's on you. It's a process.
We're just gonna leave it because that's it. We're gonna leave it there. So why have unprotected sex when you know the outcome, regardless on how long you know the female or male?
And that's what I talk about. That's what I was letting you know. If you're having sex to breed, that's a different story. And it's more enjoyable anyways.
Somebody said cap.
On which part?
I wish I would have known what the cap was for.
On tuning it up for a quickie? Which part?
Hey, put in the comments what you mean by cap.
What am I capping about? What do you know that I don't know?
And then said yes. And then Eric, what up, Eric? Velasquez.
Oh, Eric, what's the deal, man?
All right, so we in there.
We'll see if
they put the cap in there.
Out there, and every guy that I've encountered that I've really built a bond, they be like, "Man, it's so rare to have women like you." Da 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 da. A lot of the issue becomes is because this, and we gonna smooth into this topic. A lot of women don't know how to be women because they spent so much of their upbringing or their life of dating carrying on masculine traits. A woman being with a man that can't keep a job, or a woman seeing her mom stay with her father that's out cheating just because her mom wants some form of stability. Or even like with me as a single mom, I have to remind myself to balance myself out because I'm over here. I have to be dominant with my son. I have to be, hey, stern with him. And that's the masculine side of me that comes out. But it has to so I can balance his life out. But at the same time, I have to remember, I got to nurture him just the same. But that's where the mental health stuff starts because, say, for example, for those mamas that forget to nurture because they're too busy being stern because they don't want their son growing up this way or that way. Yeah. So they be in that stern mama all the time. Or opposite, exactly. Yeah. Or a mama's boy. Or opposite, you being this person this whole time and you're kind of hindering his growth in some ways. That's going to mess with his mind. And not only that, but until he learns otherwise, he's going to depict other women to be that way towards him. That's where it starts. And that's a topic that has to be discussed, honestly, because if a woman can't be a woman or doesn't know how to be a woman, how's she going to be able to be with a man that allows him to be a man? I literally allow my men to be a man.
That's crazy to me. To me, that is crazy. That is crazy. And that's that reality. That is the reality.
That for real.
A woman allows you to be a man. And to me, I don't like it, but it's a reality. It's it's crazy how that works.
But at the same time, allow her to be a woman. Like I tell whenever I deal with somebody, like, don't complain to me about me being emotional or needing reassurance or feeling insecure. That's a part of being a woman. What you want me to be, a nigga? You want me to be like, nah, fuck all that. You fuck that bitch, fuck you. Nah, I'm not gonna be that way. I'm a woman. Let me be a woman because when I start stepping into your territory, we're gonna have some other problems. Yep, right. Now I'm being too rough. Now I'm being too hard. Now I think I'm running shit. Right. No, you didn't let me be a woman, so what I'm supposed to be now?
What was your thoughts on the women allowing us to be the men? Because I think I kind of seen the face kind of cringe up.
No, I agree. But I also think that I agree with that. But I also think the way you gonna win is the way you gonna end. Now,
that's it.
With my woman, I'm a man, right? But also I allow her to be a woman, right? But again, the way we go in is the way we go in. So when you say a woman allowing a man to be a man, I agree if that man needs to learn how to be a man, right? Because there's certain stuff that my woman teach me that, that I wasn't prone to. Like, damn, you know what? Maybe I should. And that don't mean that she teaching me how to be a man. It's more of she teaching me how to love her.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Because this woman probably don't give a fuck about me opening the door for her. This woman probably don't care about. Right. But this one over here probably do. So she just teaching me how to fuck with her. But as far as a woman teaching a man how to be a man, I do agree if y'all are trying to get to the level as far as, what, I do, like, my woman probably, she like a man that can cook. You know what I'm saying? And some men probably look at the woman to cook. You know what I'm saying? So my woman's like, you know what? A woman probably like a man to cook. So let me go over here and cook for a woman and sedate her. So it just go into different tips. So I do believe that a woman could help a man be a man.
No, it's not helping. It's allowing.
Allowing a man to be a man. But I also believe that it's how you go in. So when you say allow, it's like I came in on, I'm going to respect you. And I got my career going. You get what I'm saying? And this is what I do. You're going to have to live with that. Right? Now, yes, I'm going to balance it and love you and make sure that you feel good. But the way I'm coming in is this how I'm coming in.
Right.
So it's not really no allowance. It's more on, okay, are you going to accept this or not? You get what I'm saying? Now, in the process of accepting, it's not stepping on my toes like this is what it is. It's like, okay, look, I know this is a different lifestyle for you. You get what I'm saying? So how can I continue, if you want to get on allow, how can I continue doing what I'm doing to make you comfortable? Because it's not going to stop. This over here is not going to stop. What can I do to make you comfortable while I'm doing it?
It's going to take her to do that compromise.
Right, but I don't think it's an allow. I think that the way you come in. Now, this is just me. I've never had those issues where I had to have a woman allow me to do nothing.
But it is. Your
example. You're exactly saying allow.
Well, your example of the opening of the door. What if she's like, as soon as you go to open the door for her, because you're trying to be that masculine man, I can open my own door.
Exactly.
She has to allow it.
I know, but see,
that's what I'm referring to when I say the word allow.
Right, and with me, just on that, then again, I'm more of a verbal, and I'm so upfront and blunt. Right on that, right? Because I don't make everything an issue, right? So if she like, First, I let her know if you don't want the door open for you, don't say it like that. Like you make it seem like a nigga when a nigga trying to do something for you. Like, hey, would you let me buy you something to eat? And you're like, I don't need nothing to fucking eat. Fuck the fucking need something to eat. You can see that a nigga doing a nice gesture for you. Understand that first. Right. But now I see how to handle her. Okay, you know what? She don't. If I fuck with her like that, okay, now I see that she don't like.
So that's your validation of a woman allowing you to do what you wanted to do as a man. You wanted to do that as a man. I wanted to open the door. That's what I wanted to do.
Right.
And by you telling me, nah, that she's getting in her masculine nature and she's telling you these things, that could kind of, for some men, it'd be like, man, hell no, I ain't doing that.
But see, with me, I think, and you're right, but I think that it's more on. And again, me, a lot of, like, if you talk to a lot of, like he controlling, he dominant, he this, and I'm not. I think that I'm just sure of, like,
you're a manly man,
right?
Yes.
But I would say that. So with that being said, I wouldn't get my feelings hurt if she was like, don't open no fucking door for me. More, it'll be the way that she's speaking. But it'll be more on after that. I'm conscious enough to know, you know what, I fuck with her. She don't like the door open for her. Now let's move forward. You won't get the door open for you no more. So it's not allowed. It's more of, again, veering into that lane. It's not, to me, it's not really allowing because I'm not allowing her to be a woman. You get what I'm saying?
Ain't being a woman telling somebody.
Oh, no, I'm talking about when we say allowing her to be a man.
No,
I'm saying about allowing me to be a man and allowing her. No, I think that it's just more on, because there's some niggas, my girl, she could be soft. Like, not soft like, oh, soft. No, she's a woman's woman. But when she do talk rough, I like that. But then, shit, honestly, she probably talk to you like that, and then you probably get your goddamn feelings hurt. So, you get what I'm saying? This is how I think that other than allowing, I think that it's more on just showing a person how to fuck with me. You get what I'm saying? Because, shit, you probably deal with the women that I deal with, and you probably be like, bro, I can't deal with her. And then me, it's like, bro, she's soft, nigga. She's soft. Well, look how I'm about to not handle her, but look how she treat me. She gonna bring me my plate. She gonna kiss. She gonna massage my feet. She gonna do all that. And then this same woman, she won't do none of that for you. Yeah. And she still cussing me out, but I like that. So it's just, I think that it's just more on not allowing. I think it's just more on knowing this person and trying to get, you know for me though.
That I don't know what that means. Okay. How long we been on?
Hour.
Oh, yo, 58. We good.
Okay.
Yeah,
so I want to ask you this. I seen this actually happen. This 14-year-old kid was doing nigga knocking. We all used to play that back in the day.
Why do we call it nigga knock?
I don't know why we call it nigga.
But you're correct. I love nigga knock.
Some people call it.
Me and my girl go to the hotel.
Knock and dash.
I nigga knock all the time.
Okay.
In rooms.
Well, some kids was doing this, and this man, I don't know, for whatever reason, the kids did that. And he shot the kid.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying?
Shot the kid.
Where is our mentality at now? Where kids, this is something we did when we were younger. Yeah. Now was he wrong for shooting the kid? The kid
Fuck yeah.
Wait, the kid was on his property.
Bro.
We don't know where his mind was at. He could be paranoid. He could be having the mafia after.
What does that have to do with anything?
I feel you. But at the same time, that man didn't get charged. He didn't get charged because that kid was on. It's like the law. It's the law of the land.
Sir, whoever you are, you deserve to die. Like you deserve to.
But
it
is the law of the land, though. It is
horribly.
It is the law of the land. But where's our mentality at for situations like that to happen? And
Like,
exactly.
Times are so different. Everybody's main focus is exactly what you said. You don't know what mentality that kid had. You don't know what his motives or initiative is. And you don't know the shooter, what his mentality was either. He might have been a war veteran or somebody that suffers with PTSD or somebody who lost somebody through something like that.
That justifies it?
Definitely not justifies it. Right. But we have to look at things at all perspectives before we make an assumption or a judgment on it. You have to look at the things as a whole. Like I keep emphasizing, open-minded and open-heartedness. It might have hurt that man to have the shot to that kid. He might not have even known. We don't know, was it at nighttime? We got to have more details to this because he might not have known that was a kid. But
knock and run. If a grown man knock and run, I'm not going to shoot him.
Right.
So I just don't understand the knock and run.
The world we live in now, though, because it could have been, okay, I knock and run and I done left something at your doorstep and it's a bomb. You don't know people's mentality. Yes. That's what I'm saying. We don't know what this shooter went through to make him have done such a choice. And that's something that I would want to ask. Just like the stuff with Dave Chappelle. You don't know what that person went through to make them even think that was okay to do. What made you think it was okay to run up on that stage?
I'm trying to tell you.
What made you think? But we don't know people's mental process, and who are we to judge? Like, when I tell y'all I'm real life open-minded,
all right, so let me say
who
this.
are we to judge?
Right, and this is why when people bring up mental health that I have a big issue when people kind of sweep mental health, not sweeping under the rug, but like people that have mental health things, give them like a pass.
Okay, yeah.
When probably they didn't have mental issues. Like, for instance, be like, you don't know what that person was thinking of. And it's like, the reason I say that is because I really went through mental, like, I took every medication you got, been through ADA, been through the psychiatrist, all that, mental hospitals. And this been my best friend through the entire process. In and out of mental hospitals, night terrors, just all that. This has been my friend. Like, damn, you been his friend through all that? Like, he done seen all that shit. Like, yeah, this nigga is wild. With that being said, if you talk to this man and you asked him, hey, do you see Arby just going out, somebody knocking on his door, or him getting mad and just like picking up, and I have guns. With me telling you that I have night terrors, Ritalin, Wellbutrin, Adderall, Clonidine, a couple of them, right? That I should be taking, and I don't take them, right? And it's the truth. Like, he don't take that medicine. But if you ask this man and be like, hey, who's probably like one of the smartest people and like one of the most coherent people that you know, honestly, he'll probably be like, oh, Arby. If you ask him, can you see Arby, someone knocking on Arby's door and them running in Arby, getting a gun and then shooting, be like, no, that's like absurd, right? And this is someone that literally has mental issues, right? Like, to the maximum, but knows how. You get what I'm saying? So when I hear other people be like, oh, well, you don't know what that person was going through, it's like, well, it can't be nothing more than what I would be going through, or what other people that I know with real mental issues going through. But we so big, since we are in this mental health state, what I don't appreciate, not with anyone, not with you, not, it's just like when we just so quick to just give someone mental health, and it's like, no, how?
No, this motherfucker just crazy. Like,
he just a fucked up person.
But realistically,
do you get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And I'm gonna tell you this, as somebody that has dealt with people of that nature, you have to understand that your story is not everybody else's story. Like, you might struggle with these things because you were born with it, or you went through a trauma, or whatever the case is.
A lot of comments.
Some people might struggle with these things because, like I said, war veterans, for example, that we can't compare those. Y'all might have the exact same type of diagnosis, but we can't compare those because, you know, it's within. Everybody handles it different, and it's within a different spectrum. Just like with autism, you have some kids on the spectrum that are super duper smart, and then you have some that can't even talk. You know, it's all within. When it comes to mental health diagnoses, even something like bipolar, it's all on a spectrum.
Was this kid black, and what was it?
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I just remember seeing the story. I didn't.
There's always more to it.
Let me get to these comments because we got a lot, and some of them might, because we've been speaking, and so it might. Guyland says, and men are not understanding what it means to be men. Okay. Radioactive. Okay, they said. Star said facts. Eric says men need to be comfortable to open up to other men that have things more, that have things more together. Iron sharpens iron. You need to have great role models in your life. My nigga Rambo the Shooter say, do you feel that men who have issues with their mothers also have issues with being in a relationship with women? Why or why not?
We kind of touched up on that.
Man,
though.
We
kind of touched up on
Joseph
that.
Thomas say, what up, cuz?
What up, man?
Deidre says,
talking about, like, with the nurturing versus the being.
No,
you want to go deep in it? We can
hold on, let me get to these questions, because that right there, I definitely can relate to that. Deidre says, do you think that a single mother telling her son that he is the man of the house has an effect on his mental health?
Yikes.
That yes.
Shout out to Chazzy.
It does have an effect.
Chazzy said, this is deep. Guyland again comes in. Again, we have a lot of comments. I'm just going through. Guyland says, no man or woman allows anything. I agree.
That's right.
You feel? I believe it's how you come in. Deidre's answering Parson. Do you think that a single mother telling her son that he's the man of the house? He says, yep. That's my loud ass son if y'all hear him in the background. Deidre, Star says, Deidre, yes, she shouldn't tell him that, especially when she gets a man that's going to clash.
That they gonna clash. Hey,
Parson came back, says, Star Hill, yes, I have seen it firsthand. And it happens and ends real ugly. Eric came back. I got two more. Again, you see, we appreciate everybody tuning in.
Yes.
Eric says, if someone knocks on my door unannounced, I always have my pistol with me just in case. I agree. I do as well. But if I see them running, I'm not going to shoot them. Like, it's just, you're already running, right? People have been shot just answering the door. All right, so that's all.
So back
back to what my dude Rambo was saying as far as mental health with the mothers.
Yes. I meant to touch up on that. Repeat the whole question so I can make sure I don't miss anything.
That was a great, out of all of y'all.
I meant to touch up on that.
Do you feel that men who have issues with their mothers also have issues with being in a relationship with women. Why or why not?
Okay, so first and foremost, it depends on the issue. Okay, that's the first thing. Because some women, some mothers, they didn't know how to be a mother per se in the way that their child needed them to be. Right. There's no perfect way to be a mother. But were you able to be a mother in the way that your child, who grew up to be an adult, needed to be? Or did you just go strictly based on what you were taught? And a lot of times with our parents, like our generation, the way we are now, we are totally different. We're very open-minded to stuff. Our parents, though, it's like it is what it is, and that's what it's going to be, straight up. And they restricted us. They didn't allow us the opportunity to just be ourselves. It was like, I don't want to hear what you got to say. Go to that room. You just got your ass whooped, and that's that. Right. But the way we are more so, we're like, all right, we will sit down and talk to our kids about stuff and get an understanding. We're going to whoop their ass or whatever the case is.
They don't know why.
But they going to know why. We're more patient because that we have to break somewhere in between there. So for those men that struggle with the relationship with their mother, there's more to that. And it depends what she's done to them. Some mothers have really done some shitty things to their sons that's very hard to forgive.
I will say that and I'm not going to get into it. Again, this has been my friend my whole life, so he know. But everybody know I don't got a relationship with mom, right? But I had to learn that did have a lot to do with my relationship, right? Because, not to get all into it, but man, me and my mom, the worst. Like the worst, whatever you think the worst is, though, we've done it to each other. So just whatever you think the worst is, we've done that to each other on all counts, right? And it hurts me to say. Yeah. But growing up like that with this woman, that's what I felt like a woman does. So when I got to relate into a relationship with a woman, right? When we get into it or we start arguing, or my level of anger is exactly that, because the woman that I came out of a pussy act like this. So how I think that I thought you act like that. Exactly. So then I jumped the gun and end up having to do some shit to say sorry, and then seeming like that this is actually the man that I am, but it's not the man that I am. It's because the woman that was raising me. It's like being raised. It's like picture being you black and you speak English, but you raised around people that don't speak nothing but Portuguese. You can't knock me for speaking Portuguese. Trust me, I understand. So it's like I've been around this person that speaks a demonic language. Yeah. So then when I get around this person that speaks, I'm being true. And for real. This is my best friend. Everything I'm saying, everything he knows, right? And I'm not about the family business, but he and my family, and he knows. Yeah. So I do agree with it having a lot to do with the relationships, you know what I'm saying? Because in my early relationships, we put our hands on each other. Yeah. But guess what? We put our hands on each other, and as soon as we put our hands on each other, we in your face kissing and hugging and all that, because it was so normal. But guess what? I come from that. Yeah. I come from that. My mama done stabbed, been in the penitentiary, attempting all that. Like, that's my mama, right? Now, again, that's not why she a bad mom, because I don't care if she would have murdered mama, right? But just saying, I'm watching the relationships that my mama in the way that she reacts to her relationships and what they do.
You carry it on to yours.
You get what I'm saying? And then when it comes to me, I'm like, oh, well, I grew up in the project, and I see the man and woman, and this is how they usually act. I thought that when I argue with my woman, that's how we were supposed to act.
And not even so much it's
not even that.
Not even just that, because some people don't even have that example. A lot of times, too, women have, and this is what I wanted to talk about, women have a tendency to project their traumas onto their children. That's a rough, it's a taboo topic, but it's the truth.
What's some examples of that?
And so, like, say, for example,
you look like your daddy.
But stuff, that's a real one, though. But
funny,
stuff that has happened even before. Stuff that has occurred even before you were born. She might have went through certain things, you know?
And it really hurt a nigga. You remind me, and a lot of hurtful shit come behind that, bro.
But sometimes it's not even so much of that. It could be stuff that she encountered, like I said, before you were even born.
No, that's just an example, but it be like,
and she projects that onto you, and it's like, okay, or so much of, I stayed with your parent because I did it for the kids. That's a big thing in the black community. Very big thing. I stayed with your parent because of this, you know, and then now they have that burden is on you, like, well, dang, my mama endured all of this because she loved me. But no, is that really the honesty? And it's not. You didn't endure it because of me. You did it because you wanted to. A lot of times that's where accountability comes in the picture, and it disrupts the relationship between a mother and a son, or a mother and a daughter, because you didn't hold yourself accountable for some of the things you went through before I was even here. So now you projecting all of that on me and our bond with each other, instead of allowing yourself to learn. They say kids teach parents how to be parents. You can't go into parenthood just knowing how to be like, oh, I'm finna be like this and like that. You can have an idea of what you want to do and create some boundaries, but you have to allow your kid to show you who they are. And then one of the biggest things, reintroducing ourselves to our parents as adults. Because I left home for 6 years, came back, and I'm not the same. Yes, my morals and values, I keep all of that in mind of what you raised me on. But the person you knew me to be, I was that person in your home because that's who you made me be. You've confined me. You made me not be able to speak up. You made me feel like I didn't have a voice. You made me feel that way. Yeah. So now, some people don't get to break free from home. Some people, they 18, stay home all the way until they 25, and they still stuck in that same pattern, that same routine. Mental health. Until you're able to break free, and like I said about people being single and spending time and learning themselves, same thing with your relationship with your parents. Until you're able to break free away from home and find yourself as a man or as a woman, you're going to be stuck in that same pattern, that same mentality, and you're going to repeat it. You're going to repeat that cycle until you detach from what you thought you knew was love from a parent.
Did you answer your question?
He over there crying in the corner, y'all.
Oh, I miss my mama, but I can't stand her. No, you ain't no distraction. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Hey, that's Rambo. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see my dude Rambo the Shooter. Shout out to Rambo the Shooter.
Shout out to Rambo. We gotta give the young lady a chance to talk about the things that you got going on real quick before we go.
Yes. So I did want to speak on the book. So I got in touch with some schools, and if you're watching, if you're interested, I got in touch with a few elementary schools, some child care centers. I'm coming out with a series of mental health awareness books for children. The children are our future. This is where it starts, and a lot of us grew up not being aware of what mental health was or anything like that. Our parents tell us we crazy or we this, we that, and we just dealt with it, But now the times that we're living in is really important that your child is aware of those things now, like identifying toxic friendships or identifying codependent patterns. Something as simple as one of the stories that I have with the codependent patterns, a caterpillar always being with his friends all the time, and we had to transform into butterflies at some point, right? Well, they got so codependent on being around their friends, when it came time to become a butterfly, they didn't know what to do, and they hindered their growth from coming out of their cocoon, and everybody else was free, and they took a while to come out a little longer because they were so codependent on their friends and they didn't know what to do. That's a realistic subject when you're in school. That stuff really happens to some of these kids, and that's where it starts. Some people don't break out of patterns like that. So I took it upon myself, like I said, to go in, and I was a child care teacher for 5 years, and I did behavior therapy with children with autism, oppositional defiance, all of that, diagnoses, mental health diagnoses. I've been so experienced with those things, and in social work, I realize it really does start with the kids. And some of these parents don't even know. They don't know better. Let's just be real. What parent is really picking up a book and reading and trying to keep up with what's going on with the world, on how to parent their child? Not too many parents are doing that. So I'm taking this opportunity, to start this whole series of books for these children, and I'm trying to get it up and going by the time the school year starts. So be on the lookout for that, and if you're interested, make sure you tap in with me. They're going to make sure to drop my information at the end of this podcast, so of course, y'all can definitely tap in with me on that. Other than that, I do a little bit of promotion work out in the area, so musicians, entertainers, comedians, hit my line if you're trying to find some venues, some spots, some connections. Let me know, and I'll work with you. But other than that, and I'm open to coming to podcasts. I've been invited to several others, especially with Mental Health Awareness Month this month. So we did touch up on quite a few mental health topics, even though we steered off and got a little spicy. we got the point across. So if y'all have any questions, y'all tap in. I still do my life coaching and everything. Tap in, reach out to me. I have
drop your social media. Drop your social media.
Oh goodness, I have to get better with social media because I'm one of those people. I don't really be on it like that. But like I said, with my Facebook, they'll drop it. It's Chris Tina, no last name on there, just Chris and Tina. They'll drop that.
CHRIS or CRS?
So it's like Chris space Tina, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. And then Instagram XTINAABAY. BEH, Xtina baby. That's me. Yeah.
Oh, spell it one more time.
No, I ain't doing that. Just drop it in the comments or something. That's a lot of work right there.
Right, Deidre, can you put it? We got to say it one more time so Deidre can hear it.
Okay.
Spell it one more time.
XTINAABAY.
XTI.
Xtina. All together. BAYBEH. Xtina, baby. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
BAYBEH. Okay.
Yes.
Baby.
And baby.
Got you. Okay.
And then my LLC is Embraced by Tina, and we do focus on mental, physical, spiritual health of. I primarily like to focus on the lower economic communities because I offer free services a lot of times, and we focus on those subject areas to help people. And I have a small team of us, and we help people in many ways. You know, some people, they're in for a spiritual journey. Some just really want to get more insight on themselves and do some self-awareness, spiritual awakening, whatever. Right. I have things for all of those things. I offer certain detoxes. I'm like for the vegan people. Certain juices if you want to detox yourself. Also certain journals that you can do manifestations in, or and then obviously the life coaching we discuss, and then I'll have the books to add on to there. So.
And when are the books gonna be available? I would like one.
Really? Okay. Yeah. So I'm planning to drop it at the start of the school year, so it should be ready by I want to say August, September the latest. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to do just one book at a time. So the first book will be ready by August.
Are they physical books, or are you doing them like online?
No, I'm doing physical books.
We want some physical
and then not only that, but I kind of discussed with I work with Marcus. He's a comedian, and he has his own podcast, mainstream podcast, hilarious. And
D say she want a book too. Look, in the
thank
comments,
you.
I want a book. You feel me?
You already selling books. Look.
So yes,
look, see, everybody's saying that. Look, yes.
Please, thank y'all so much. Like the support, like
kids
AC.
These days
let me
that kind of book
for
awesome
real.
Interview.
For real.
Got your thing.
Thank y'all so much. Yeah.
I think it's BAYBEH.
Yeah, BEH.
Okay, so we got it. We gonna have it in there. Right? We put BAH, and then AD said we want a book. So it's already 3 books right here.
But
we want our commission too.
On topic. You so silly.
80%.
I got y'all. On topic. You got a kid. Don't play with me. You got a kid, so I'm gonna look out. Look here. I'm gonna look out. But for real, on topic but off topic, just real quick. I know we might be short for time, but something that AC did really just bring to my attention. It is very important for y'all to support. It is nothing to click the share button. I don't care about me being on here. We're doing this for a reason. This is a movement. Support your people. And I don't mean just black people, but I'm talking about the people you say you love, you care about, you down for. It's one thing, it's great that you guys are on here live. That's awesome. Click that share button. Click that like button. It is nothing. I don't have a podcast, but I'm telling you, I'd be on there stopping every couple minutes. Hey, y'all click that like button. Y'all share it. Y'all letting y'all family and friends know, because we talked about some real topics today. I might even have to come back so we can talk about some more. I'm just being real, because we going to get an audience. I'm going to let you know that right now.
And a lot of people said that.
We're going to get an audience.
Somebody just said, awesome interview, great interview. They're saying
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Most definitely. So we here for it.
What they say? She ain't shit.
Don't play with me.
No. Hey, we going to block that person. Hey, we just blocked them. You ain't going to see that comment. We blocked them. They said, damn, they said you ain't shit. We blocked them, though. Don't worry about that.
Honestly, though, I'm open to all feedback, y'all. It ain't nothing.
Yes, bring her back.
Slide in my DMs. Not in that way, but if y'all have questions, or even if there are things y'all want me to come up here and talk about. AC, my boy, now, once you family, you locked in.
Hey.
It's for sure. That's just what it is. So you just let me know. And if y'all have other things y'all want me to come on with about, I have other guests I can bring as well. Come on and drop in. We're going to have a good time every time.
When they find us on social media.
Yo,
Fat boy!
You messing with my mental health right now.
My bad. You're right.
Don't call him fat. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
You can catch us on the Instagram, radioactive_podcast. Radioactive Podcast on the YouTube. And of course, you already hear Radioactive Podcast on the Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, feel me. And you can follow our personal Instagram accounts. Mine will be official Lambo Warren. You feel me? And then his, because he's ugly, would be Ace Boogie 1388. You know what I'm talking about?
Ace, I just want you to know that I'm here for you.
Thank you.
Okay?
I need a shoulder because
very inconsiderate, and you're not being very compassionate.
You're not being very compassionate.
Do you?
You need to stay in touch with your feminine side.
We have a group. We have a group chat.
That's terrible. Oh, see,
and he messages
you're right.
me.
You're right. Don't
and says things in the group chat, and also about him.
AC, we gonna talk about that too.
Both of us
I plead the fifth.
We're gonna work on better ways of expressing ourselves, AC. Okay?
He's very disrespectful. Very disrespectful.
Y'all are awesome though. Keep doing this. And I'm so glad y'all got to have Ryan on here. That's my boy. That's
very funny. He
told me I had a poverty tongue. Ryan and Teesprings, man.
Because I tasted some rich people shit, and I said it was nasty, and he said, you know what? It's because you have a poverty tongue. I thought it was funny,
goodness.
but also what he was eating was disgusting. So.
Oh my goodness! Don't get roasted by Ryan. I'm telling y'all, whenever y'all do, hopefully we can get Ryan and Marcus in here at the same time because we're gonna have a good time. That's for definite. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, if y'all don't follow Ryan Davis or Marcus Smith, get on there, follow them. Good people, we're gonna make sure to bring them here definitely because we're gonna have a good time. I see the energy of the room.
Yeah.
So I can mess with it a little longer.
Yeah, for sure. Yo,
All
this is
right.
Radioactive Podcast. Peace.
Fuck SeaWorld, free my orcas.
Y'all are hilarious.
Oh man, okay. So now we got the pictures and boomerang.